Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am here with my Woman Crush Wednesday for April, Miss Carlotta Gabriele. And the reason I picked her is because Carlotta is a woman full of integrity. She's a woman who's always going after her dreams. And she's a woman that has inspired me to go after my dreams. And I'm just glad for her to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
No problem. So, Carlotta, tell us about yourself. Where are you from?
So I am originally from Guyana, that's in South America. I relocated here to the United States approximately 19 years ago. Lived in New York, that's where I met my hubby. And, we got married and relocated here to Atlanta a few years later.
You and I have been nurses on the same unit for about 3 years.
We have.
And I know that nursing is one of your passions. How did you get into nursing?
Yes, nursing has been one of my passions, and we have worked together. It has been a pleasure working with you. Getting into nursing was one of the things that I always wanted to do. For me, why I got into women's health is because of an experience that I had, of course, when I was in my childbearing and rearing years. I had a fetal demise at 33 weeks. 33 weeks, and that was devastating to say the least. It was one of the things that, of course, shaped my life and shaped the woman that I have become today. I remember after, going through the process of delivering the fetal demise, I was diagnosed with cancer, choriocarcinoma. It's a rare form of cancer that occur in women of child-rearing age. And I was also told that I wouldn't be able to have more kids because of this kind of cancer and what it can do to you. So for me, when I was very sick and in the hospital, I remember talking to God. And of course, after my whys, like, why are you doing this to me? And all of those whys, I immediately say, this is my bargaining chip.
Right.
I say, if you give me another chance at life, I promise that I will do right by people and human beings and pursue my passion, which is in nursing. And he did. I survived that cancer, even though it had metastasized to my lungs. They told my husband I only have 3 months to live, but I was able to survive that cancer. And here I am, 13, 14, 15 years later, cancer-free. But while I was in the hospital, I remember having some nurses who were very, very unkind, very unprofessional. They were, they weren't the nicest. And I remember thinking to myself that if I ever get an opportunity to be a nurse, I will make sure to be the opposite. They taught me how not to be.
Awesome.
So I remember that, and as I pursue nursing school years after, when I was offered an opportunity to work in postpartum, that particular poignant event is what came to my mind, and I was able to take the job and be able to be that nurse that I said I wouldn't be. Based on the experience I've had years ago. So I was able to be in that position where I've had patients that weren't the best with their attitudes, and I was able to exercise and exude empathy.
And what about that experience? What was it about it personally that had you think, I don't want a patient to feel like I felt?
It's how I felt at that time. And it's always about, it's one of the things, it's not what people may do or say, but how they make you feel. And I think having a feeling, whether good or bad, is one of the most greatest things we can experience. And how I felt that time, I wouldn't wish it on anybody, not even an enemy. So I knew to myself that I had to be a change agent. And one of the things is, of course, being a nurse and being able to show more empathy and be the kind of nurse that, of course, I wish I had, but be able to have patients feeling the way they're supposed to feel, and not of course, the opposite.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So let's switch gears a little bit. You have some good news. You just graduated with your master's, and you and your husband just started a business. Can you talk about that right now?
Yes, we have. And I just graduated with my master's about a month ago. Very happy and very proud. It was a long journey, but it was well worth it. It was well worth it. My children were able to see everything that I preach. They were able to see it, you know, and I tell them that hard work pays off in the end. So here I am. With regards to our business, I'm so happy and excited about that. My husband and I have been, you know, working on and trying to get this business up and running for a very long time, and our hard work is, you know, has paid off. So here we are. We just opened our home health care agency. We hire CNAs, home health aides, PCAs, and we send them to clients' home. You know, ailing, it's not just women's health, it's any ailing individuals, and they provide care, basic needs, paraprofessional care. So that is what we do, and we strive on professionalism, being compassionate, and of course empathetic and respect. So that's the motto of what we go by, and we are hoping to be able to grow and eventually be able to hire nurses, so we can have medical care, occupational therapists, so we can have occupational care, speech pathologists. That's the vision where we want to go.
I know it takes a lot of courage, and it takes a lot of creativity, and it takes a lot of, for lack of a better word, gumption, to step out there and start your own business. What kind of advice would you give to somebody who wants to do that? Because, you know, it's like we can get stuck in our 9 to 5 and stuck in a job that society deems as normal, and you get a regular paycheck. But to step out there and believe in yourself and to do this business venture, what kind of advice would you give somebody who wants to either do this, have an entrepreneurial spirit, or who wants to do something creative?
First of all, prayers, consistency, persistence, because without any of those three, it's very difficult to be able to stay driven, to stay focused, and to stay ahead. It is easy to be in our 9 to 5, to be in the norm. It's like we flow easily with our norm, and to step out of the norm takes something extra, you know. And they always say, what is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary? It is that extra. So everything that you have to do, it has to be extra. So I urge people, I urge anyone, follow your dreams, be consistent, be persistent, and don't give up, because nothing good comes easy, and hard work does pay off.
Awesome. Now, you feel like God has put you in this position. What kind of message that you think God is giving you to give to the world?
We need to love each other more. I cannot impart that enough. I think we in a society where love is lacking. We are in a society where it's easier for someone to tear somebody down before they lift them up. We are in a society where hate is prevalent. We are in a society where it's all about making someone feel small, and you know. And I feel like one of the things that I want to impart is that we need to love, we need to empower, we need to uplift, we need to edify. It does a world of good if we all are helping each other to be better people, because it makes the world a better place. You know, one of the things I tell my kids, there's a few things I preach to my 3 children all the time. There's great power in association. I always tell them that you have to be very strategic in picking the people to whom you associate. I don't associate with anybody that is not going to take me where I need to go. Not everybody's going to be going the same place, but I'm not going to be on the phone with somebody who doesn't share the same values and desires or any of that with me. And like I tell my kids that, You know, there's a major power in association. And secondly, I tell them, I said, we are living in a world where it is so easy to tear someone down. And I said, never get into that habit of tearing. Try to uplift, try to build, because it's a good thing, and that's what we need to do.
Awesome. Is there anything you want the audience to know about your business?
We are a small business, small family business, just starting, and you know, professionalism, courtesy, respect. Those are the 4 elements that we are definitely about. We make sure that anybody that we are going to have going to our client's home, they have to exude those 4, because it's very important. Professionalism is paramount. Empathy is paramount. Respect, it is paramount also. So those are the values that we go by and stand by.
Well, thank you, Miss Carlotta Gabriele, for being on my channel.
Alrighty,
it's been an honor.
And thank you for coming.
No problem.
Thank you. Bye-bye.